Hello and welcome back to ENG Engine. This video is about the conversion of active voice to passive voice. You have a test at the end of this video, so observe carefully. How to change active voice to passive voice? Changing active voice to passive voice in simple present tense. So we are going to change the active voice, the verb in the active voice to passive voice in simple present tense. So first let us take the changes in the declarative sentence. The structure of verb in passive voice. In simple present tense, the structure of verb in passive voice. That is or are or am plus the past participle. The past participle is otherwise called as verb 3. As I told you in the previous video, passive voice, the verb will be the be verb plus the past participle of the main verb. So the be verbs for the present tense are is, are and am, and the past participle or the verb 3. So is used for the singular subject, are is used for the plural subject, and am is used for I. Now let us look into the sentence. Whenever we change active voice to passive voice, we have to identify the sentence pattern. I told you in the previous video, active voice can be changed to passive voice only if it is a transitive verb. That is, an object should follow a verb. Only then we can change active voice to passive voice. So in that case, we have to identify whether there is a subject, verb and object in the sentence. So the boy flies a kite. Now the boy is the subject, flies is the verb, and a kite. What does he fly? A kite. So this answers to the question what. The word which answers to the question what or whom is called the object. So this is an object. I have already taught you the sentence pattern in the previous videos. You can check them. Now, this is the subject, flies is the verb, and a kite is the object. The object in the active voice will become the subject of the passive voice. So this, a kite will become the subject of the passive voice. A kite. Now flies. The verb is flies. This is present tense. Fly or flies is the present tense. Flew is the past tense. Flown is the past participle. So this flies will become the past participle as flown. Now here a kite. The subject is a kite. The kite is singular. So for the singular subject we use the singular be verb. The singular present be verb is. So we use is. And the past participle of fly is flown. A kite is flown by. We have to use this by because this denotes the doer of the action. So we have to use by. By whatever the subject is, we have to bring it and make the object of the passive voice. So the passive voice is a kite is flown by the boy. Let us see. There the object was singular. Now the object here is plural. The boy flies kites. Here this kites is plural form. So here this is the subject. The boy is subject. Flies is the verb and kites is the object. So the object will become the subject in the passive voice. Kites. Now kites is plural. So the plural be verb is are. The past participle of fly is flown. We use this by to denote the doer of the action, and the subject will become the object. The subject in the active voice will become the object in the passive voice, the boy. Kites are flown by the boy. Look at the next sentence. Sheila buys a bag. Sheila is the subject, buys is the verb, What does she buy? A bag. So this is the object. Now the bag, this bag will become the subject in the passive voice. Now buys is the present tense. A bag is singular. So the singular be verb is is. The past participle for buy is bought. So a bag is bought. We use this buy to denote the doer of the action, and the subject of the active voice will become the object of the passive voice. A bag is bought by Sheila. The next sentence, Sheila buys 4 bags. Here bags again is plural form. Now this 4 bags, this is the object, buys is the verb, and Sheila is the subject. So the object of the active voice will become the subject of the passive voice. 4 bags. Now buys is there. The past participle of buys is bought. So bought is given. 4 bags is the plural. So we use the plural be verb are. So it becomes are bought. Buy is used to denote the doer, and we bring the subject and make this the object of the passive voice. 4 bags are bought by Sheila. The next sentence, they pack the gift. They is the subject, pack is the verb, and the gift is, what do they pack? Gift. So this is the object. This object will become the subject of the passive voice. The gift. The gift is singular. So the singular be verb is. The past participle of pack is packed. This by is denoted to express the doer. They will change to them. In the previous video, I told you the changes in pronouns. So they will change to them. The next one, I like these pens. I is the subject. Like is the verb. These pens is object. So these pens will be the subject of the passive voice. Like. So these pens is plural, so we use are. The past participle of like is liked, so it becomes are liked. By is denoted to use the doer. I will change to me. So these pens are liked by me. Masons construct buildings. Now masons is the subject, construct is the verb, buildings is the object. So the object becomes the subject in the passive voice. Buildings is plural, so we use the plural be verb are. Construct is the verb. The past participle of construct is constructed. By is used to denote the doer of the action. The subject of the active voice will become the object of the passive voice. So that is masons. Buildings are constructed by masons. Next, changing active voice to passive voice in simple present tense, that is interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences are sentences which ask questions. In active voice, do verbs are used to frame interrogative sentences. And in passive voice, be verbs are used to frame interrogative sentences. We use do verbs in active voice and be verbs in the passive voice. Now look at the example. Do you like mangoes? So you is the subject and mangoes is the object. Like, this is the verb. So these are yes or no type questions. Now do is the verb. Since you is there, you is considered as plural, so we use do. The present do verbs are do and does. Do is used for plural and does is used for singular. So you is considered as plural form, so do is used. Do you like mangoes? You is the subject. Now, since a question word is used, an auxiliary word, so we have to use a question word for the passive voice also. Now, mangoes is plural. Mangoes is plural. Since it is plural, we use the plural be verb. The plural be verb is are. Are mangoes. Like will become liked, and you will become by you. We use by to denote the doer of the action. Does she want a mango? Here she is singular, so we use does. She want a mango. Want is the verb, she is the subject, a mango is the object. This is the question word, that is the auxiliary verb. So we have to begin the sentence in the passive voice also with an auxiliary verb. So mango is the subject and this is singular. So we have to use the singular be verb, that is is. Is. Now a mango, the object will become the subject. So that is a mango. Want, the past participle for want is wanted. And she will become her. The change in pronoun. By is used to denote the doer of the action. Next, in the WH questions, only who is used in active voice. In passive voice, who is altered as by whom. So, in the active voice, who wakes you up daily? Who? Who wakes you up daily? So, this who will change to by whom in the passive voice. If who is there in the active voice, in the passive voice, it will become by you. Begin the sentence with by you. By whom. So, if who is there in the active voice, we have to use by whom in the passive voice. Wakes you up daily. So, you is plural form. So, we use the plural be verb are. Then we bring the subject. Wakes is the present tense. The present tense, and the past participle is woken. Woken up daily. Bring the adjunct in the same place where it is in the active voice. Who waters the garden? So this who will become by whom. What is the garden? Garden is singular, so we use the singular be verb is. The garden, the object, we bring it in the front here. Then waters, this is present tense. The past participle is watered. So by whom is the garden watered? Next sentence, who collects the vegetables? Who in the active voice becomes by whom in the passive voice. Vegetables is plural, so we use are. Then the vegetables, we bring the object here. Collects, that is the present tense, will become collected. This is the past participle. I hope you understood. Now let's go for the test. Change the following into passive voice. Tommy plays chess regularly. You can pause a while to answer. Tommy plays chess regularly can be written as chess is played by Tommy regularly, because chess is the object. Chess is the object, so that will become the subject. So chess is singular, so is, and play, past participle is played. By Tommy regularly is the adjunct, place the adjunct where it is in the active voice. Next, she bakes cookies. Cookies are baked by her. Cookies, this is the object. So cookies, we bring it as a subject in the passive voice. Cookies is plural, so we use are. Bakes, past participle is baked. Then we use by her. Next, who brings newspaper here? I guess you have completed. By whom? So who will change to by whom in the passive voice. Newspaper is singular, so we use is and bring the object. Then the past participle of brings is brought. Here, place the adjunct where it is. By whom is newspaper brought here? Next, do you watch cricket? Answer. Cricket is singular. Cricket is singular. Do verb is used. So, if we use do verb in the active voice, in the passive voice we use be verbs. So, do you watch cricket? So, cricket is singular. So, we use is. Then we bring the object here. The past participle of watch is watched by you. The last sentence, does he speak English? Answer. Is English spoken by him? English is singular. So the singular be verb is. The object is English, so we bring English as a subject here. The past participle of speak is spoken and we bring the object towards the end. Is English spoken by him? Hope you found this video useful. Let me sum up. We learnt the conversion of active voice to passive voice in the simple present tense. We learnt them in the declarative sentences as well as the interrogative sentences. The present be verbs are is, am, and are. And the past participle. We use the be verbs plus the past participle to change the active verb to passive verb. If you found this video useful, give a thumbs up and hit on the subscription button and the bell icon. Kindly leave your suggestions in the comment box. Thanks for watching.